For most of us, stress is just a fact of life. But for those who live or work near busy roadways, stress in the form of traffic noise is constant and inescapable. The World Health Organization estimates that 40% of the population living in European Union countries is exposed to constant traffic noise. We know this has a negative impact on work and school performance, on sleep patterns, and it can cause a variety of mood disorders, including anxiety and depression. But all of these are just symptoms of an unhealthy brain. So how does an unhealthy or stressed brain look different from a healthy one? This is the question that my research answers. The brain essentially functions as a jumble of wires. And when those wires aren't connected properly, we start to see symptoms. The chemicals that our bodies release when we're stressed can change the way that those wires are connected. So for my research, I took a group of mice and I exposed them to noise stress for 30 days. Using recently developed research techniques, I was able to see in real time how their brains were changing with the chemical activity towards the surface of the brain, as well as the electrical activity in the brain's deeper structures. I also screened the animals for behavioral changes because it turns out mice experience anxiety and depression as well. Once I had this data, I applied the same experimental paradigm to animals that hadn't been stressed to control for the ways that the brain changes as the animals age throughout my experiments. I then took my stress and my control data and I put it together into graphical representations of brain circuitry like on my slide here. These representations showed me that when we're stressed, the chemical circuits in our brain that are responsible for emotion regulation are hyperactive. And I saw that in the form of brain hotspots like on my slide here. Quantifying the extent to which our brains change in response to noise stress helps us develop targeted treatments that are aimed at reducing or even reversing the effects of noise stress on the brain. This will improve the lives of every single Canadian that is directly or indirectly affected by noise stress through anxiety and depression. If we can't escape traffic noise, then let's insure against hot wiring and other potential damages.